Hello there, Moon in Leo, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching today's moon sign reading for September 2022. If you like what you see, please click on that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button before you leave. All right, so before we get started, please make sure you know what your moon sign is to get the right reading. If you don't know or you're not sure, I've left a few web pages below in the description box and you can find out there. All right, Spirit, tell me about Moon in Leo for September 2022, please. All right, first card, we have last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. All right, Moon in Leo. There's a sadness that has just struck me. I know you don't want to leave it behind. There's so many memories and love and good and positive things, and Spirit's not asking you to forget those. Spirit is asking you to recognize that there was some more negative aspects, and whatever it is that ended needed to end. And that doesn't mean that you have to be angry or hateful. And it doesn't mean that you have to let go of the memory, the positives. But in order to live your life fully, you're going to have to let go of the hurt and let go of the, I want to say, idealism of what it all meant. This feels like a relationship. No, this isn't necessarily a relationship. Some of you, it is a relationship. Leave the past behind. Leave an old relationship. It's something that has been gone for a while, but you refuse to let go. If it's not a relationship, I would say a state of mind, maybe a living situation, maybe an argument between you and a family member. Maybe you lost footing in some kind of social group. You used to be, let's say, important, like somebody in authority, but whatever has happened, you're no longer in authority. People don't listen to you. That hurts. Whatever the case may be for you, it's time to leave the past behind so you can move on with your life. Next card, full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. So fear of what it's like to go on without this person, this situation, the state of mind, the feelings. There's something about the fears of letting that go, but let it dissolve. Let your fears dissolve. Spirit is saying there's more for you. There's something out there that's even better than what you've lost. It doesn't feel, from your perspective, it doesn't feel like there could be anything better than what you had, that what you've lost, but that's absolutely not true. And Spirit, there's a sense of urgency here, because if you let go, or if you don't let go of the past, I think there's an opportunity in September that you might miss because you're still too hung up on the past. So it's really important that you do whatever internal work or talk with someone to really get over the feelings and get over what happened in the past, and not to let the fear get in the way, whether it's fear of that same thing happening, the fear of letting go of something that you thought was really good or feels really good and you don't want to forget, the fear of forgetting, the fear of failure, fear of success without this person or without this situation or without this state of mind. It's time to let that go, because there's something coming in September that's really important and you could miss out. So let's find out some more. Spirit, tell me more about Moon in Leo for September, please. What else is there to know for Moon and Leo in September, Spirit? We have the crystal path, mineral spirits, crystal beings. Have you ever considered, Moon and Leo, working with crystals or stones? If you have, that might be what is coming in September. That gives you a chance to maybe learn more about crystals and spirits living in stones and crystals of the earth. Getting more familiar with that kind of thing, more spiritual in that aspect, connecting more with crystals and stones, which in turn helps you connect with earth and yourself better, and grounding and understanding better about letting your fears go and leaving the past behind. And it's a path, right? There's a path here. I think a path will be laid out before you in September. Somebody will say something. Maybe you'll have a dream. Something will trigger, and you will have a path laid out before you, and you won't necessarily see what's at the end. I want to say by choosing this path, you can see enough that you'll know that this is something you want, or it's something positive. But you're going to have to choose. And the only way that you can take this path is by letting your fears go and leaving the past behind. So you may want this no matter what, but if you're still looking back behind you, if you're still hoping for whatever was in the past to come and follow, you're going to get lost. You're going to weave out of that path and not make it to where you want to, and feel probably even more discouraged because you saw the clear path and now you can't follow it because you're being blinded by the past and fears. Next, we have the relics of Lemuria, fragments, memory, reclaiming. By letting go of the past and letting go of those fears, you get to reclaim yourself, your power, your personal power. I want to say that you've been without your personal power for long enough now that maybe you don't even realize that you're missing it. And I want to say, by getting in touch with the idea of crystals or working with crystals, gives you a memory, and there's fragments here, so it connects you more deeply spiritually with yourself, with your higher self, with the universe, with your guides. And you may actually have a connection to Lemuria. If this rings a bell for you, or on the opposite, if the idea of Lemuria is just disgusting to you, that usually means there's some kind of connection there. Start researching, look it up online. Visit. Mount Shasta is famous for some kind of entrance into Lemuria, or a different dimension. There's something about connecting, and I've read things about people going there and then they connect with beings and get information. You may go there and have some kind of memory. Some kind of fragment of information that helps you reclaim who you are, where you're from. And I think it was going to help ease any fears and any past, because I'm thinking that this is saying, somewhere deep within your subconscious that there's a past that you need to connect with. A past maybe having to do with Lemuria. A past maybe having to do with being a shaman or somebody who works with crystals to help heal people. That makes me think of Atlantis. I know there's a lot of crystal stuff regarding Atlantis. I haven't heard anything about Lemuria, but don't let that stop you. Get some information, go research, find out what the truths are for you. All right, so the next card I like to pick is to find out what the hardest shadow aspect is that you're going to be dealing with in the month of September, dealing with all this information. So Spirit, tell me the shadow aspect Moon in Leo is going to be working with in September regarding this situation. Peaceful among thorns. Okay, so this is about equanimity, meaning, see, this person is in meditative state, no, even despite all the stuff that's going on around them. So it's about being peaceful and balanced internally, no matter what's going on externally. And I don't think you can reach that until you leave whatever situation has got you upset, leave that behind. And the fears of the future, by leaving that behind, you have to resolve that too. And so while life is happening, right, because stuff happens in life, remaining peaceful and stick to your guns of leaving the past behind, of letting that go and facing those fears, and let them go and move forward. Go find your path, the crystal path. Go check out, if you can, if you've got the funds, Mount Shasta, or I think there's other places too where Lemuria is connected to, but that's the one that I know of. And that's in California, Northern California. So there's this weird energy of, yes, you need to leave the past behind, but that's something that happened in this lifetime that has hurt you, and the fears associated with moving on. But there is a deeper need to connect to the past, because there's something that is telling you from a subconscious level, some kind of fragments of information that tell you that you're from, or you're more than just this body, you're more than just this lifetime, you've lived more than this lifetime, and you have a connection to earth, you have a connection to crystals, probably healing of some kind, and just reclaiming that. And that is where your potential is. That is where, like I was saying earlier, there's even more. You can be even happier, more fulfilled. And so as you find those fragments of yourself that you've lost, those pieces, those memories of other lifetimes and things, as you bring them together, you get to feel more in power. And what happened to you in this life, in the past, it's going to be easier to let go of. And it's going to be easier to let go of the fears of what's going to happen by doing that. So therefore, peaceful among thorns. But that is something you're going to be struggling with, is staying peaceful, not getting upset when somebody says or does something that seems mean or hurtful, but being able to just kind of, okay, that's how you think or that's how you feel, shrug it off and keep balance internally, and knowing the importance of that. Okay, let's get some more information. Spirit, tell me more about Moon in Leo for September of 2022. What else is going to happen for Moon in Leo, Spirit, please? Oh, there's one. This card flew, the Fool, change. So yes, this will be a nice change. It's not like life-altering change, by reclaiming your past and your memories, by letting go of the things that happened in this lifetime that are hurting you, the past that you just don't want to let go. Change, leap of faith. So with the Fool here, it's going to require a leap of faith. So again, staying peaceful among the thorns, right? Staying balanced internally despite what's going on outside, and the fear of change here, working through that. And don't be surprised if at times you feel like a fool, and that's okay, because going into something like this, it's like a whole new phase of your life, a whole new understanding, especially when you can gather information from other lifetimes and make yourself feel more whole. You can be in your higher self more often and for longer periods. And this kind of thing you can see as a positive versus fear of change versus the negative. I mean, this person's on the ledge, right? They've only got a small bag to go with them. They're ready to go forward, and they have their best friend, the dog. The dog can also represent the subconscious or the intuitiveness, speaking to you, either warning you or telling you to jump. And I think with this card, and where it's at, that it's telling you to jump, to have that leap of faith and let those fears dissolve. Next, we have Seven of Wands, resilience. I also think of this card, resilience is a good word, but it's also standing up for yourself or not backing down when there's pressure, when people are trying to get something out of you or get you to do something. Typically, you have the higher ground, higher moral ground. Don't let, because you feel one way and a bunch of other people feel another way, don't let, again, I think that speaks to peace, being peaceful among the thorns and being internally balanced and okay to be the fool and okay to have a different opinion or approach to a situation or a relationship, whatever is going on here. Be resilient, stand your ground, and don't let the outside, don't let the outside mess with what's going on, your internal peace. Next, we have the Devil, obsession. This is also addictions and being bound, and ego, being a slave of ego. I want to say with this obsession addiction, this is Spirit just talking about your inability to move on from the past, because you're hanging on to something that happened that you don't want to let go, that you're afraid of forgetting about, that was such a major part of your life that it doesn't seem right to just forget about it. And that's not what Spirit is asking or what is healthy. It's not about forgetting about it. It's about forgiving whomever, yourself, whatever happened, taking the best of it and taking that with you, but leaving the rest behind. So break the obsession, break the addiction of living in the past. Like I said, there's something in September that's coming your way that you don't want to miss this opportunity. And that breaks the chains. I said, talk about being bound. So it's like you're being chained to an idea or being bound to a certain belief or being stuck in ego. That can all change, and be aware of it. And that can also mess with your equanimity or your internal balance versus your external balance. Even your internal thoughts and feelings can mess with your internal sense of self and balance. So just be aware of the things you obsess about and can't seem to let go. Finally, we have the Ten of Pentacles, wealth. See, this will bring you a lot of abundance and wealth in knowledge, wealth in satisfaction, wealth in being comfortable with your choices and who you are and where you want to go. And typically with the Ten of Pentacles, it is a more physical wealth, material wealth, but I'm thinking that's like a side effect. Maybe by letting go of some of this stuff, taking that leap of faith, going forward, there may be something where money comes into play, or maybe somebody showers you with gifts, or so they're tangible things, valuables, things you can touch and see. That might increase. Again, with crystals, right? Maybe you win some kind of game or a lottery, and you can travel to Mount Shasta and you can buy crystals and stuff. So that might be what this is representing too, that by letting go of your obsession, letting go of your past, reclaiming your memories of your past lifetimes, that you can have a lot of abundance that you didn't think you could. Like I said, that things are going to be so much better than what you thought could ever be, because this past that you won't let go of, you felt was the best time of your life, or the best situation, or the best relationship. But no, there's so much more, so much better. All right, let's get one final message, please, Spirit, for Moon and Leo. What final piece of advice do you have for Moon and Leo, Spirit? All right. That is the artwork. And it says, I seek balance and grounding. Yeah. That's part of that inner balance, being grounded and staying balanced inside no matter what's going on the outside. And being able to return to an internal balanced state even when you fall out of it because of circumstances of your own mental processes. Sometimes that can pull you out of it, or the external, something's going on in your external world. But this person is on a rock meditating, and it shows this person kind of sitting meditating. So meditating might be something that's really beneficial for you to help you find that path, right? Connect with the earth, the mineral spirits, and eventually, be resilient, break those chains to your eventual happiness beyond what you thought was possible. Okay, Moon and Leo, I think that's all the messages I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, and may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.